Here we are.
Hi. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Judy. Hello, Jennifer.
How's everyone today?
I got a haircut.
Nice. You didn't cut much.
No. Okay, so when I went in there, I told her, just trim it up. And then I was like, do you remember? Because she's the same age as me. I'm 52. I said, do you remember Madonna's Like a Prayer video? She was like, "Meh." And I was like, I want her hair. I've always loved that hair. So I pulled a picture up and she's like, I'll give you a version of that. Hey,
Was it
Zaza.
like a little
It was big and curly. I said, I know it's not going to be curly like that, but so I got a lot more fluff in it. And it's got all the hairdresser product in it. So it's like,
I was scheduled for a haircut this morning and
I'm zhuzhed.
my girl
Hey, Brian.
sprained her ankle.
Who?
My
Your
hairdresser.
hair girl?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know it's bad. That's bad for me.
Okay,
Bad
so
for
we're
her.
going to talk about fabric stash tonight. But before we do that, I have been holding some news for months that Jennifer got today.
And I cried. So I received a call from Lucas, my grandson,
My
Amber's
son.
son, and he, which I could, my phone
He's
announces
overseas.
he
He's in
he
Europe.
he so he hasn't called me since he's been there for months, and my phone announces who it is that's calling, Lucas Woods. I'm like, oh, I started crying before I answered, and then we had a very good chat. And then he announces that he'll see me. He'll be back in April. He has a couple of weeks off, and then in May he'll have 3 months off for maternity leave.
Paternity.
And what did I say?
Maternity with an N, but a paternity. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it didn't soak in. I mean, I just couldn't, and I made him repeat it, and then I realized they were having a baby, and then I cried again, and then I was thinking, so Amber's been knowing for a long time and didn't. I don't know how she didn't say anything.
I can't even begin to tell you how many times on this live stream I wanted to talk about the new baby. Like it almost flew out of my mouth, and I was like, "Ooh,
Yes,
yes, yes."
but what made me cry is that he's so excited. He really is so excited. He's beside himself. And then I remembered that he's always wanted a little family. He's always wanted a family. And here
When
it
he was in
is.
high school, he was had this honor. He was chosen for something. He had to do like a little introductory thing. Um, and so I asked him, and he's 26 and he's in the army. So he's like a grown man now. And I asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? And before he could think about it and filter his response, he says, I want to be a dad. Like that's what
Yes.
he wanted. Like before his profession or anything else. And so yeah, now they're on child number 2 and they want 5.
I think they'll do it. And, I think I had like an intuition because after he left for Poland, I'm thinking, I'm surprised she's not pregnant yet because, they've been
They
married
have been
for,
trying.
oh, I didn't know. See, nobody
Yeah.
tells me anything.
Well, because when I said, at first I harassed them about when are they going to have a baby, and she said, when I'm trying not to be that person because I know people struggle with that, and so they struggled. They've been trying for a year and a half, and so she said, "Mama, we're trying," and I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," like I didn't really want to know that.
Well, you asked for it.
I
Well,
did, and so I never asked again because I knew, that's a very personal thing. So,
but just that he
he
called me
left.
made me. that, because he hadn't called me. And he sounded like he was next door. I mean, it was so clear.
Yeah, so he left to go overseas, and then like 2 weeks later, she realized she was pregnant. So he'll
Oh,
be gone for most of the pregnancy, probably a total of 7 months of the pregnancy. He'll be back in April, and she's due in May. So look, she's crying again.
it's just, I was thinking about him when he called. Isn't that strange? I was thinking about him, and I was trying to put a package together to send to him, and he said, "Oh, it's too late. They'll be leaving there to go to Germany, I think, for training
Yeah,
in a month or so." But anyway,
yeah.
just hearing him
So
was
I'm
so
very
sweet.
proud. I'm very excited for him and his sweet wife and Weston. Um, and I'm so glad that I did not leak the news because I wanted him to tell you. I thought that needed to happen. So I'm so glad that I kept the secret
I
for
was
that very
thinking,
reason.
I was thinking about his other grandmother because every time something major would happen, like when he made his confirmation or when he got awards at school, she was always there. We were always there together, and we'd always cry and hang on to each other. And so I'm sure this will be another event to cry together, tears of
Yeah.
happiness.
Yeah. And so that was part of another reason why I'm going to Kansas in December is because I didn't want her and Weston to be alone for Christmas, especially that she's pregnant and Lucas isn't there. But I couldn't give the full story.
So
Also that she's pregnant.
Little Wes wants a brother.
Oh, that's funny.
I know.
Okay, so that's family news for
Yes.
everybody. Yes, we
Enough.
are
Enough of
beside
that.
ourselves,
Yeah.
thrilled,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I did put a topic out there for everybody this week, and I have a reason for it.
And we're jumping right
So,
in.
well, what you been up? Do
Oh,
you have stuff
no,
to share?
no. I finished a quilt a few days ago, and then now I'm started another one. I'm almost finished with the second one. So here we go. Nothing
Oh
major.
yeah, and I'm
So,
cutting fabric. I've got a few projects going on right now. And there's a couple of reasons why I want to talk about fabric stash tonight. Oh, the baby quilts, and they're not going to find out the gender of the baby until he gets home in April. So we won't know, boy or girl until April, and then she's due in May. So, and I'm going to gift them one of those 4D ultrasound things where it shows like you can get like a picture. So I told Angel whatever she wanted, make the appointment and let me know, and then I'll call and get them the birth certificate. I mean the gift card. So yeah, we'll be making plenty of quilts. In fact, the quilt I'm working on is their wedding quilt, which is a year late. They got married last June, and then they had their wedding reception last December. So here we are.
whole
I
year.
told her she'd have it for the first snow, and I don't think it snowed yet. So I'm bringing it for Christmas.
In the olden days, we didn't have tests that revealed the gender, so everyone thought you were a boy. So
Yeah,
your mama Hazel made a blue baby quilt.
I still
I
have
was
it.
the only one that knew you were a girl. I made you a dress before you were born.
Oh,
I
I
was
didn't know that.
yes, I was the only one that knew it was a girl. But Bennett always thought you were a boy. He treated you like a boy,
Yeah,
took
yeah.
you hunting and all that
I got to
stuff.
go hunting. I got to go
Yeah,
hunting and do all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
I didn't like it though. You made me play softball. I wanted to play soccer.
You were so good, Amber. That's why I made you do it.
I'd have
You were
been
the
better
best
at
on the
soccer.
team. You were the only girl on the team, and you were the fastest, and you could. I mean, but you
Which
weren't
is why
paying.
I should have been on the soccer field running around.
I didn't know
Excuse me,
anything.
football.
I
Zaza, that's
didn't.
football.
Yeah, but I didn't know. That was the beginning of. We didn't know about football
Yeah, soccer
back then.
was not as big as it is now.
It was in the early stages.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay,
here
so
we go.
three things. The reasons why I want to talk about fabric stash.
Okay.
Um, So one, somebody posted a video from Instagram about a guy talking about someone who valued and insured their fabric stash. And they figured out their stash was worth like $5,000-$6,000.
I can see it. Do you know Nita's would have been more than that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that's a lot of money.
So it is a lot of money, and I'm thinking like, how do you value each yard of fabric? Like, do you just do like an average? It was Zaza that posted it. Like, how do you figure out how much your stash is worth? In the little video, the guy said something about they weighed the amount and estimated by the weight, I think is what I understood. Um,
I
and
can
so that got me curious.
I can see then they would take an average of the cost of fabric.
Per yard. Like they figured out what the weight was and then how much yardage that is. And then I guess like by your yardage, you would multiply that by the value per yard. So I know like for those of us who make and sell quilts, we can estimate the cost of the quilt, by how much yardage we've used in the quilt top and, you know, cost per yard. Now, because I buy some of my fabric, yeah. So I have a long arm that's clearly worth a lot of money that it needs to be insured. But even like this machine, that's a few $1,000s. You don't think about how much sewing stuff adds up. And then on top of that, the fabric, the cost of the fabric. So I don't know, like throw out there what an average cost of yardage is. I know like the fancy, you could pay up to $20 a yard, but then I buy mine for less, depending on what I'm buying. Like even 108, if I go to, it's as cheap as $8 a yard for 108 width. So like $4 a yard if it were, regular. So would you average out like say $10-$12 a yard?
I think that would be reasonable. But I think it needs to be looked at. I think for myself, like I really haven't thought about that much either, because I think that we look at it as just a little hobby, or like our mothers had little inexpensive machines and didn't buy, a lot of notions like we do, a lot of sewing stuff, gadgets.
Even think about like I have my the blades, $45 for a pack of blades. Good God.
I know. I think we just need to rethink the whole thing, that and take into account how much things are costing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really frustrates me when people say, "Oh, that's such a lost art," or I know down here, a lot of people think that and tell me that, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry."
Okay. The jewelry of the woman that he lives with, is it your husband? So would that be your jewelry? Or are you separated and he's living with somebody else?
Technically,
Have you posted that?
yeah.
Hey, Joydy.
Hey, Tessa.
Oh, Tessa's here. Tessa, you missed earlier. We announced that Lucas and Angel are having a baby. Yay. So Tessa is my cousin.
She can be a fake nanny.
Yeah. So yeah, so valuing your fabric and how much you have. Like I am curious now because like I keep looking over because all of my fabric stash is, well, most of my fabric stash is here. So yeah. He lives in Germany. He never even got me an engagement ring. You
Mine
talking about
came.
your ex?
My engagement ring came from what was that place on the corner of Ambassador and Johnston when we first moved to Avatar, and they closed it down. Kmart. My engagement ring came from Kmart.
Which from my dad's?
No, 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 no. I didn't even get an engagement ring there. No, from the other one.
You. Okay, so that's funny. But he's a jewelry guy. That he would buy you a ring from Kmart?
I know, but it was like a rush deal. But it was a nice ring. But the next time was better. The next marriage was better.
So the same guy, everybody.
Oh, you didn't have to say that.
So the first time he bought her a ring from Kmart, the second time he brought her to Vegas and they got married.
I know, Tessa, you have a great engagement ring.
Okay, so
Anyway, we digress.
yes. So the other thing that Zaza, was it you that posted this? I'm gonna have to pull my glasses out today. Is the fabric holic. We're gonna go through each one of them and we're gonna talk about it because it's so funny. Because I can relate to almost all of them. You know you're a fabric holic if a humorous term for a crafting enthusiast, often a quilter or sewer, who compulsively buys and hoards fabric. I don't like the word hoard. It has negative connotations. We no. Was it a blue light special?
Yes, I know. Younger people don't even remember that. That's funny.
I remember bringing Lucas shopping when he was little. He'd go to sleep in the buggy, and I would stay there for hours, just looking around. I love me some Kmart. The signs of being a fabricaholic discussed in a light-hearted manner with crafting communities. So here we are, people. Right? Hoarding sounds dirty. It's not. It's beautiful.
They're trying to shame
There are
us.
much, huh?
They're trying to shame us.
Right. We will not be shamed. We will not. Collectors, savers of. Okay, so let's go through all of them. The lifetime stash. Accumulating so much fabric that it's openly acknowledged that one could never use it all in a lifetime.
I know. I know.
You were on the show Hoarders? A fabric connoisseur. I love it. Oh, we got to know about the how you were on the show Hoarders. Were you an organizers? Did you have too much fabric? Were you a cleaning person? I got to know.
I think
So
it's good.
I could probably sew. I don't know of a lifetime because I sew too much. Oh, that's so funny, Regina. Your neighbor was a hoarder, so you helped clean. We had a Jennifer and I worked together at a company with a local nonprofit that helped homeless people become housed. And one of the gentlemen who we housed was had some mental health challenges, and oh, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that episode, Martha. Um, it's overwhelming even watching it. Um, and so this gentleman was mentally ill. He had some stuff going on, and we had to pay to get his situation cleaned up, and he got evicted. He ended up going like to a halfway house or something. Um, oh, Brian, that's the best.
I just read it. That's funny.
And so that was pretty overwhelming and hard to be
That
in that
solves,
side of it.
that solves that problem for Brian.
Yeah.
what to do with
And then
it.
I also worked when I worked with elder protection people, hoarders, their families would call and have us go check on them because they thought, we're just one day they're just going to pass away in the home, and nobody's going to know, and that does happen, unfortunately. But yeah, um, and I think about like if somebody came in and said you have too much fabric and you must get rid of it, I'd be like, excuse me, excuse me, and that's how they feel about their stuff. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so that's number 1. Anybody wanna add anything else to the lifetime collection? Like, could you go your whole life sewing with what you have?
I could. I think I could. I think it. I think that when I look at what I have, of course, I'm kind of slow, and I do just use t-shirts. So that's my excuse.
Oh my god, y'all are such on point tonight. He needs to sell raffle tickets. He's taking it with him. You're so selfish, Brian. But also, it's not big enough if it only mummifies one person. That's funny. We'll do just the favorite ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I could, sew maybe not the whole rest of my life, but I could get a lot of years in and never buy new fabric.
But there is a difference between some of us and other quilters, like our cousin Annette. She's so organized and she just has a room and it's organized and she doesn't keep a whole lot like we do. So there is a difference, I think.
I find myself though searching for the colors that I use a lot of, like let's say I need a green. So for the Christmas tree that I recently did, right? Um, the Christmas tree, I needed like 4 different shades of green. I needed 5 shades of green. Well, if you only have a little bit of green, how you gonna make a Christmas tree?
Yes.
Hence why I bought more green. So that's the lifetime stash. Compulsive buying, the inability to resist a sale or a new fabric line, even when they have no specific project in mind for the purchase. I have slowed down on this. I used to do this a lot. I don't do it anymore because when I don't go to the fabric store nearly as much as I used to, but
Because it's shut down. Yeah, because it's gone. Thank you, Jesus.
because Joanne closed. No, even before they closed, I quit going because I did feel like I had way too much. Like if I needed a blue, I could go buy a blue. I wouldn't buy just randomly like I used to. Never buy background fabric. Fill holes in the stash. Yeah. I definitely now I just fill holes in the stash. I buy based on color, and I buy now by the bolt. That's embarrassing.
I do too, but we have to. But I tend to use the same colors, so I think I'm pretty good on that.
Yeah,
I don't
Brian,
have a whole lot.
that's how I was for years. I would just buy something I liked, and then when I had a project, I would shop my stash. I wouldn't go shop for a project. I would buy stuff that I had, and then I would use what I had.
Hey,
Or I buy
Amber.
stuff that I like. Yeah.
Hey, I have to mention. Remember the guy we met in Eunice at that thing that you did, and
Yeah.
he had a huge stash, and he would buy kits. He had how many kits? I forgot how many. He said it was an
Like
outrageous amount.
100.
Yeah, we need to get in touch with him. He was very interesting. He was going
Yes,
to
Michael
start.
is his name.
He was going to open a fabric store in somewhere.
Yes, he and I talked about opening a fabric store together. I was like, only if I can sell coffee also.
He's very interesting, but he had a lot of. He would buy kits everywhere he went, and he traveled a lot.
Thousands of dollars at um the quilt show.
Oh,
Oh, I love that.
I love to rescue those
Christina.
kits too. Yes, I do
They
that.
sell them a lot. Now they have our quilting guild has a little shop at every meeting, like a little boutique in the back. And hey, Melissa, and they sell stuff.
I like those crewel stitching. I just learned how to do that from one of like an old kit that I bought. It was ancient, and
I never heard of that.
I'm almost finished with it. It's beautiful.
Okay, so what's next? Hiding purchases. Stashing newly acquired bags of fabric in the car or elsewhere to avoid judgment from a spouse or family members.
Do you do that, Amber? Okay.
Right now, at this very moment, I, I can't pick it up, it's too heavy. I have 2 bolts of fabrics that were delivered today that I wanted to open tonight, but they were delivered to the front door and my husband didn't see them. So instead of saying, "Oh, look, I have a package," I just grabbed it and slid it into my sewing room and I didn't say anything, so he doesn't know about it.
Why upset him?
I mean, really, why?
Okay, Sheila,
So I'm actually gonna open it right now.
Sheila, I'm gonna go get my crewel thing that I'm working on so you can see it.
Oh yeah. So I did buy 2 new bolts of fabric. As we're sitting here talking about my stash, um, the reason I purchased them is because if y'all joined me Monday night, you saw that I was working on that road sign. Um, and it's not, I didn't continue working on it a whole lot yesterday because um, I wanted some fabric that looked like water and or like sky in the background. So I ordered 2 bolts of fabric um, that I needed because I don't have a whole lot of blue, but I want to show y'all what they are. Jennifer, you can go ahead.
Okay, this was like an ancient kit.
I gave her permission.
It was like 25 cents or something like that, 50 cents with all the yarn and everything. And it was already started. Isn't that beautiful? I didn't know that it was like embroidery except with yarn. So when I looked at it, I thought, well, I think I can do that because I like to embroidery. Well, thank you.
So it's embroidery with yarn.
Yeah, that's crewel.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't either until I bought this kit for like 25 cents or 50 cents, something.
I love it.
But this is sort of thing, it's kind of like an addiction, where when I see them, I just have to rescue them.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm not sure. I was going to maybe put it on a blue jean jacket.
Yes, well, I was gonna say you need to put it on a something.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been fun. It's relaxing.
Yeah, 50 cents is free.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just seeing this for the first time. I ordered, it's light blue. I'm not completely pleased with this color. It doesn't look like light blue to me.
That looks blue.
But I can't use this as a sky.
Is it too dark?
Yeah.
That's a bad thing about ordering material. You don't really, sometimes it's not true to what you ordered.
I can definitely use it. I just bought a lot of it.
I like it though. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's called watercolor is the name of the print, and it's really pretty. It's just a little bit darker than it looks in
Oh,
the picture.
will you be able to use it?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I can probably use it for water. I needed sky, but I bought this for water, and now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. This is the one I sent you a picture of.
Oh, it's in already?
Yeah. The
Wow, that's pretty.
this one's really pretty.
I like it. It has green, lots of green in it.
Yeah, a lot of green.
Subtle. Duh.
Oh, that's a good idea. See?
I knew somebody would ask about the back. It's not pretty, but I'll show it to you anyway.
Are we talking about the back of the fabric?
No, the back of mine.
No. She's talking about the back of the fabric. Because if this one's too dark, then use the back. I have actually done that in the past.
See how messy it is? That's funny.
I'm opening
Oh yeah, you do that sometimes. Use the back. Oh, look at that selvage, how wide.
Oh yeah, that is pretty good.
Kind of light.
Yes, it might work. Love it. It really is a pretty fabric.
And it's 108.
Yeah, it's wide, so I can use it for backing. Okay, so have that for hiding fabric. All right, moving on to the next one. We're going through the list of things that make us a hoarder, a fabric collector. I got that fabric from Marshall Dry Goods. So Josh is the wholesale representative, and you have to buy in bulk, but there's no like minimum. I think like you can get a few yards at a time, but they have a really good selection of like different. Oh, he used to hide yours. I love that. That's better than you hiding it from him.
That's funny.
But it comes like you have to buy at least 3 yards. I think usually is the minimum, but I usually get bolts because I use them all. Especially I'm using them for backings, and so like I just finished off. How long ago did we buy that gray bolt? A couple of months. I went through 108 wide back bolt of gray backing. Like I couldn't believe I used it all.
I used the last of
But
the
yeah.
gray black backing today, and I just had about that much left off the bolt, but I had enough for the backing. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't have to order any, so I could start on it.
Prioritizing fabric over essentials, squeezing the life out of a monthly budget to ensure that there's enough money left to support the addiction. I don't really do that. I just don't spend money on girly things. Like
it's a choice.
I spend my money on sewing related stuff. New scissors, new fabric, blades I just bought some new blades for this thing, rulers.
Oh, Judy buys from Marshall's also.
Yeah. He doesn't even see it, and I did that today. And really, he doesn't care.
Yes, that's what I do, Sheila. That's how I look at it. I don't go out to eat as often anymore. I'll save money for material.
I love it.
I know.
Okay, I think a lot of people can relate to project paralysis, having so many ongoing projects that you start a new one before you can finish another one. You get bored with it and just move on before it's finished.
Why do we do that?
I saw a video recently about how that's not like you shouldn't look at it as a bad thing. And if you start a project, you don't like it, if you're never going to finish, give it to somebody and move on.
I like that because
So I have the blue onion pattern.
Oh yeah.
That we did. Aunt Julia finished her quilt, and it's beautiful. I used ugly fabrics on mine, and I don't like it, so I'm never gonna finish it. I told her she could have it. Like I would give you everything I did.
I guess I compare myself to Hazel, my mother, because she never started a new project without finishing the last one. She would read a book and never start another book before she finished. And I just never could understand that. I'm reading 5 books at a time. So I
Storage
don't
boxes of fabric. I mean, one I can see, not counting my like color coded fabric box, clear fabric boxes right here, which I have 9, 12. I have about 16 of those. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large bins. And a storage unit.
oh, let's not forget. My problem is my shop is so
Yeah.
big. It's so big. I can store so much.
And really sewing is meant to be fun. Like I do this because it's fun. Like
I know.
I stopped having fun making t-shirt quilts, so I don't make them anymore. I
Oh,
moved on from patterns to doing the art quilts now, and so I just keep changing what I'm doing because yeah, it's just multitasking. Yep, I can relate to that. All right, what's next? An extensive knowledge of fabric, knowing every collection available in the local quilt shop, following a designer blog, or discussing future lines months in advance. See, I can't relate to that. I really don't do that because I'm more adopter of fabric. Get stuff on sale, scrappy kind of fabric. Jen, I don't think you follow specific fabric
No,
patterns.
I don't because I like at the quilting guild on the table. I'll browse around and then there'll be a big yards of a certain fabric that I love, a big piece, and I just can't resist. And it's just like
Yeah.
$5 or something. And so I take it and with no project in mind, just take it.
Yep. And
Yeah.
people drop stuff off to us too, or
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Judy, I had so much fun making quilt jackets. I probably made about 5 or 6 of them total. Um, I moved on, but not because I was tired of making them. I just started doing something different. But I do like making them. I really did enjoy that too.
You know what? There's one unfinished, and this lady gave you advice on how to finish it at the thing, and I meant to bring it to you so you could finish it. But you said she told you how to do it, and it's very simple. I thought you
Yeah,
could
so you
finish
could do it.
it,
You could do it. Hold on. Lickety split.
but I didn't hear how it's supposed to be done.
And I don't remember. That was months ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, here we go. I think everyone right here, right now, can relate to this one. Social life revolves around the hobby, planning vacations around the locations of quilt shops, having special media feed full of sewing inspiration, connecting with community and fellow enthusiasts.
Like my friend Shonda yesterday said, "Oh, okay, so what's your social life going to be this weekend?" And I'm like, "What?"
Social. I'm
I,
sewing.
I go to my shop on Saturday and Sunday.
I'm gonna hang out with Hazel this weekend.
That just seemed bizarre to me. Like, okay, no.
And then Jennifer and I went to Vegas years ago. What, 3 years now? 3 or 4 years ago, and spent a whole day planning out. Rented a car. Went to quilt shops in Vegas. Um, that was
I,
fun.
people think it's ridiculous though when we tell people we did that. They're like, "Are there quilt shops in Las Vegas?" Yes, indeed, quite a few.
Yeah, we only did 4. Like there were much more than that. Yeah, QuiltCon. I got me so excited. It's coming up quick. I really it's in February, right? I wish it was closer. Like if you were going to Houston, I might drive out there just to see you. Yeah, 250 each. That's
Yeah.
pretty good chunk. I think I only sold one for that much. The rest of them were not that expensive.
But the people that bought
Fabric has
them,
a comfort.
the people
Huh?
that bought them loved them. So that's always exciting.
Yeah. Um, Gaining pleasure or calmness from simply looking at or organizing the fabric stash, sometimes even more than from the act of sewing itself. Oh, yeah.
I did that yesterday. I stopped work early and just to do that, and it just needed to be done, and it was so relaxing.
Yeah.
Organizing the colors and straightening it up. So much fun.
Yes. And so I did see that the show was not canceled, but the market was, and it sounded like, did you know that, Jim?
What?
So the quilt market in Houston has been canceled. So usually the week before the quilt show, they have a market that is for shop owners, vendors, the quilt business people go to market, and then the next week is the quilt show that's open to the public. And so they canceled the market. And it sounded like it was just because it was so expensive and people do so much online now. And
Really?
I didn't get the full story, but if anybody knows,
That's interesting,
um,
though. That's a trend.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. If I go visit people, like when we went to El Paso, one, there's no quilt shops in El Paso. Um, we had to drive an hour north to go to Las Cruces, New Mexico, where they have two quilt shops. So yeah. Um,
And
but every town I go to, I make sure
yeah,
and stop at a quilt shop and buy
and
something.
yeah.
I buy something at every local quilt shop that I stop at. I have driven through San Antonio so many times on the way to El Paso from here, but I didn't know Regina was there until recently. Um, so yeah. Okay, where are we at? An hour for a quilt shop is nothing. I agree 100%. The just in case mentality. Holding on to every scrap or piece of fabric, believing it might be useful at some future point. I am so guilty of this.
That's a big one for me
Hey,
too.
Deb! I am so guilty. Like, it's my favorite fabric. I can't use it. What are you going to do with it? It's just going to sit there.
I was
Like,
thinking about.
using it is the purpose.
I know. I know.
Like, I'm waiting for the perfect project.
I know.
And
I
you
know.
have to, like, it has to be worthy. That is so funny. Or I put little pieces of it in things. Like, depending on the worthiness of the project. Well, I can afford, a 4-inch square in this project. It's not quite a
Oh,
full,
I can't.
we're
If
not going to
it's
use it.
no, if it's a big piece like yards, because I think I might use it for backing, so I can't cut just a little piece.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, so back in the day when I would buy just fabric that I liked just because I liked it, I bought I love calico prints, little flowers of all sorts. And so I still have a few pieces that I can look at, and I know I probably bought 2 yards of it 10 years ago, and I still have it's, like, slowly going down. Oh.
Just go ahead and use the whole thing. Get it over with. A quick
Ugh!
death.
Ugh! Make me nervous.
Amber likes little
Yes,
calico
the longer you
prints.
have it, the harder it is to cut. It becomes so valuable. I love flowers. Love flowers on
I think because
fabric.
Mama used
Mhm.
calico for backing most of the
Yeah.
time.
Um, being recognized by store staff. The employees at the local fabric shop know the person's name on a first name basis due to the frequency of their visits. Hello.
I have a customer here in town that saw you at the store in Lafayette, A&A, and she's a name dropper, and she saw you talking with Claire.
Oh, that's funny.
She was quite impressed by that.
Oh, really? We were
Yes.
all there having conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not afraid to talk to people that I don't care if they recognize me or not. Like, I'll talk to anybody.
But those people are at that store are so personable. They really wheel you in. They're good with customers. They have a great business.
They're very, very kind, down to earth, like, are open and welcoming. You know how there are definitely some fabric shops, some local quilt shops out there that have been accused of being like a little snobby and quilt policey and things like that. And that is not at all this quilt shop. Um, I recommend them to everybody, and they have all sorts of different fabrics and stuff, and I just absolutely love them.
Did you read Zaza's comment? She got a discount because the people at the fabric store followed her dog on Instagram.
Does your dog have an Instagram account? Zaza? Oh, that's funny, Brian. They see your car coming. The alarm goes off. They're like,
Yeah, that was.
Put the expensive fabric in the front. Ching, 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 ching. Brian's here. The ladies in the back are dancing. They're sharpening their scissors to gut the fabric. That's funny. So that's all of them. How many did we
relate to?
I think I related to at least half of them.
Yeah. But I'm lucky, like Brian said, he was lucky because he lives alone. I do too, so I don't have to worry about that hiding stuff.
And so I had inquiring minds wanting to know last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever your neighbor brought you food, what was it? Was it good? And that is so sweet of him.
Well, actually, it was Judy. It was Judy.
Oh, that's funny. I just assumed it was the other one.
I know. Judy never brings me food. But tonight I had to leave. That's why I was late getting here on time because.
You had to buy your own food?
No, I had to. The guy you thought was bringing me food, he never delivers. I have to go and get it down the street. Oh, okay. So that's what I was doing tonight. He did have something for me.
Okay. And I have not said his name.
Me either.
So, Sheila, are you still with us? Our fellow Louisianian. The rest of you might find this amusing. I suspect that some of you will be able to relate. If you're from a rural area, if you're from, I don't know, I want to say the South, I don't even know. What's his real name?
Furnace.
Vernus? Oh, it's not much better. So his name is Vernus. He lives down the street. He does have a girlfriend, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Michelle.
He owns a small business. He's a single employee business for himself. What does he do in the off season?
He helps farmers.
Oh, okay. The cash stuff, like.
Yeah. He's a hard worker.
Very hard worker. He's a good cook.
Excellent.
He's funny.
He's a character.
Very much a character. And his name is Booger. Yes, he's definitely keeping his options open. Um, he goes and
Of
and
course
so his
he
job, of
is.
course.
That was Sheila's response. Of course he is. But Amber, you have a good Dwayne, Amber's husband Dwayne had a good story about Booger. Do you remember? You said, "Oh,
No.
we were talking about him," and Dwayne said, "Oh, I know him." And Amber said, "No, that's not the same Booger." And Dwayne said, is there more than one?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, in this small
There's
town."
3 of them.
It's the nose thing, Zaza.
Yep, that kind. So the story about there being multiple of them is in Cajun Louisiana. I don't want to say South Louisiana, but in these parts where we speak a French and English kind of mix of languages. Um, if you know French, you know petite means small. So T means doesn't know. See, T when you call somebody like T Jen or T Amber, it means little, the little one of that. So that's
It's
like a
short
very
for
common.
it's short for petite.
Yeah, it's short for petite. So you would say like T Mike or T whatever. And so not Booger the neighbor, but the other Booger in town that my husband has met has a son whose name is T Boog. Not Booger, not T Booger, T Boog.
Not to be confused with the full-fledged Booger.
Yes, that's right, Chris. When you hear their real name, you're like, what?
Who?
Who? My ex-husband, Lucas's father, his last name is Woods, and they call him Woody ever since he was young. And so when I would call him by his government name, people would be like, "Who? Who?" I'd have to, Woody. Oh, yeah, yeah. What's his name? That was funny.
But he is a
So
character.
we're
He tells a story about he was talking to AT&T last week, and they
they
thought his
needed an
accent
interpreter.
was so funny they'd get other people. They got the manager on the line, the supervisor, to hear him talk, and he was telling stories. I mean, so he says he got a good
He's
deal
a character.
because he got because of his accent. They gave him a good deal.
So what are some Zaza, what would be a nickname of funny Booger McFarland? That's right. That's right. And what was the guy on Revenge of the Nerds? Was that Booger McFarland? No, or McFarland was on the that other show. The one with Adam Sandler and the golfer.
I forget.
As in a nose booger. Yes. A nose booger. Okay. I think that's all I needed to talk about tonight.
So what are you working on, Amber?
I'm cutting fabric to make Lucas and Angel's he played football at LSU. 2 soups. Campbell Baxter. So I am making, and I've been working on this quilt for a year now.
Oh, what's the background color? White.
White.
I like that.
Yes. And so
Is it easy?
these are, yes, super easy. You're obsessed with my scissors? Like these, oh, there's only 2 of them. But the colors are so pretty. I bought it, I rarely buy, what do you call, pre-cuts, but I bought pre-cuts for this, and they're just beautiful, and I can tell, like, the fabric is good. Oh, Shooter McGavin, that's right, that's right. Oh, the scissors behind me, yeah. Those are all really old. most of them. I just put them on display because they don't usually cut very good. But at any given moment, I can reach out and have at least 4 or 5 pairs of scissors.
Good night, Tess. I'll see you Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Be safe. Sell lots of parts. These are my favorite scissors right now.
Wow. Are they new?
Nope. That Guggenheim name brand, like my little snippers.
Those are my favorite.
Yours are broken. Did you get yours from my house?
No, but I'm talking about the large pair.
Oh, okay.
Large, yeah.
Do I still have your little snippers?
You still have them. I'll get them this weekend
Okay.
sometime.
Yes. I just actually ordered another pair of these.
But I'm used to the snippers like that. I just put them back together every time. It's a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a problem. I have so many scissors, but none that are
Yeah,
extra good like those that you gave me.
they really are good scissors. I haven't had any issues. The only pair that I have had issues with is that I dropped them
Oh, I
and
know.
that they don't line up
I
correctly
know.
anymore.
I get so aggravated with myself when I do that.
And I never really worried about dropping scissors because I never thought about that it would mess up the alignment and that they wouldn't cut right. Um, but that's the risk of dropping scissors is that they no longer
I
work.
know.
It never
I've
dawned
learned
on
that.
me that
I
would
know. I've
be
learned
the
that
case.
recently too.
Yeah. So, what are you working on?
It's a small quilt with the T's that are angled.
Wonky?
Wonky, yes, and it's so easy and it goes by so quickly. I put it on the frame today. I should be done with it tomorrow. It's a small one. And that's my last order, I think.
Nice. The other thing that I saw this week, I think it was on the guy who sews Saturday morning on Sean's Saturday morning show. They were talking about, or somewhere, they were talking about electric seam rippers.
Really? Oh, I couldn't trust myself, I don't think.
Um, and I like when I see people with electric scissors cutting, I'm like, ooh. But I guess it's just like how Hazel would have felt about this thing. You just kind of have to practice and
And not cut
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Many like hair clippers is what it, yeah. And you use them to open the seams.
Oh, I
The other
see.
thing I've been wanting to do is to get my what is that thing called that cuts and sews? The serger. I want to get my serger down and use it for some things. Wall brand hair clippers at the quilt show. And that's what they use for electric seam rippers.
Really? Oh, I can
Because I
see
guess
it.
it's put in between the layers of fabric.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy a little pair. I guess the little small pair, because I could really see myself going and getting my husband's clippers. An electric rotary cutter. Oh, like I've cut myself with my regular rotary blade. Just manpower. Now Matt from Jordan Fabrics, he's been using that thing for a long time. And I've seen like these big, huge machines that do cutting, like lots of layers at once.
Really?
That I think that's how they do like fat quarters and stuff.
Hmm.
Oh, I do have a question for everybody. When you buy um fat quarter, like a bundle, So this is part of the bundle that I purchased to make this quilt I'm working on now. These are like some lighter fabrics that I probably won't be using because the background is white. So they have these deep set lines, folds. I can't get them out.
Spray starch.
Spray starch, I've tried spritzing water. I don't want to wet them because that changes so much. You know, you'd have to do all of them. I mean, I guess once it's all done, said and done, maybe I'm just not wetting it enough when I've tried it. Cause look, I got my water bottle.
Some of those bolts from Marshall's are really wrinkled at the end, but the bolt that I ended today, it had no wrinkles at all. I was so happy.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just have to be a little bit more aggressive with the amount of water or spray I use. Let it soak in. And I have found that this bundle that I bought, when I sprayed it with the water, it kind of beads on the top. So I don't know what they use. Steam the crap out of it. Yep. Yeah. And that's kind of what I did, Chris. I laid them all flat so that by the time I got to the bottom, it had been on that stack forever. And then I laid them flat, and they've been laying flat for probably 2 months. And they still have the crease in them. I'm ironing them again. Like you can see it, but I guess once they're all cut, it's not as obvious. I'm just asking for perfection, perhaps. So, all right, well, we're about an hour.
Oh, that was a good topic, Amber.
It was. I like that. Feel free to suggest topics of discussion. I might go out and look for some other things. Oh, I am going to be working on a video about setting goals. And so I rewatched our 2025 goal video. And it's funny because we didn't do any of the things.
We had
I was the
goals.
only one talking, but they were goals that we had talked about, and then I made a video. And I was so excited, and this is what we're gonna do. Nothing.
I don't even remember goals. What were some of the goals?
We had a goal? What? Who said a what?
Actually, when we first opened, 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't know how long ago, the original goals and vision, we had a vision even. I'm gonna have to bring it out. I ran across it the other day. Yeah,
we wanted to do. We had lists, y'all.
But what was
not
some of the
goals? We had lists of goals.
What were the last year's goals? I can't imagine.
27. I do want to go to Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, and so Sheila, let's talk about why I can't go to Norfolk, Virginia. That is so funny. This is one of the times that Sheila and I were having a conversation about the Virginia show, and I was like, oh, I can't go this year because blah, made up something, blah, blah, blah. The real reason I can't go is because my son's wife is due in May, and the show is around that time, and I couldn't say, oh, I'm going to be having a new grandbaby, because then Jennifer would have known. I had to lie. I had told the untruth on our
you've always been a good liar, though, really. Remember, I'll never forget when you were 13 and your sister was 16 and she came home drunk. And I said, and I said to Amber, did Pat drive home? And you said, yes. And she was so convincing. I looked at her. I knew she hadn't because I could see her sister. And I'm like, but I was more concerned about Amber.
She to me and she was mean.
Oh. So you've been you can avoid the truth. I'm not going to say you could lie, but you avoid the truth.
I was more afraid of the wrath of my sister than the wrath of lying to my mother.
And I was like, wow.
Because if I sold her out and I was a snitch, that was like significant. If
Hmm.
I lied to you, I might get punished and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Tessa, what you doing still here?
Oh, I know you said you were going, Tessa.
Now who's lying?
A non-truth teller.
I'm a story. I was telling a story.
I was more
Um,
concerned about Amber. I'm like, what?
well, clearly she was in no shape to drive. Her friend drove us home.
And then today, I just could not believe that you had not told me all that time. How did you know? That
None.
must have been hard for you not to say.
Yes. So the truth comes out, Sheila. I will not be going to Norfolk, Virginia in 2026 for the Louisiana Bayou Festival show because I have a grandbaby on the way. I really did want to go. Like I
Yeah.
honestly, like it's one of the things that I'm going to do one of these days.
Well, maybe she'll be late or something, or
Yeah,
early.
or early. Yeah. Hope not too early.
Yeah.
Um, that's funny. So all right, yes. So the 2025 goals were to send out a newsletter.
Oh, that
Yeah, we gave up
we
on that.
no, we did one. We had one.
1 out of 12 ain't bad. We were gonna do a monthly newsletter. We did it once and moved on. Um, what was the other thing? Oh, that I wanted to make blocks. Remember how that one time I said, let's pick a number, I'm gonna make the block?
Oh, yeah, that was a bad one too. I don't
I
like
did
that
that
one.
once. I did
No.
once and it took me forever. I overthought it. I made it a big deal. I need to stop that. I would like to do that again, but I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
Um,
like once a year.
no, I could
That
do once a month, but not make a big like it could just make it quick and easy and be done with it. Look what I made. Not like I tried to make it drawn out and yeah. Ugh. Um,
well, it's trial and error, isn't it?
yeah. So I am currently not making a baby quilt. Yeah, the blocks out of that book, Zaza. That was one of my goals. Didn't do it.
You know, we have good friends on this group in this group because they don't harass us about that. Hey, what about that project y'all
Yeah,
started?
right. We're just moving on.
Yeah,
We're gonna pretend like it didn't happen.
yeah.
Um, but the baby quilt I'm not gonna make because I don't. I'm so far behind on their wedding quilt that I'm not even thinking about a baby quilt yet. And also, I'm getting a new dog in January, a little Yorkie, and I have things to make for her. We are renaming her Penny.
Lucas asked me about that. Did you know that they're getting a dog? I said yes.
Y'all were talking about me?
No, he just said that's all he said, and I said all I said was yes, and I told her I wasn't going to dog sit.
Hmm. Yes. So I'm getting a little Yorkie. We've renamed her Penny because her name is Bunny, and that we don't like it, so we're renaming her Penny.
I like
And I have
Penny.
lots of things to purchase for her and make. She's 2.5, and she weighs 5 pounds.
Oh, that's so small.
She's very tiny. That's about what it boils down to, Judy.
Booger has a dog. I like his dog, Sandy.
Yeah, it's kind of a little dog like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Might be
So
okay.
I do want to make a Spider-Man quilt for Weston, who is 4. Um, Aunt Bunny. Do you know about Aunt Bunny from from Eddie Murphy? Which booger?
Oh, he's really famous now. We'll have him on one day.
Oh, that would be fun. We'd have to interpret. He'd be hard to understand.
Yeah, and
Maybe
he
we can record him and just play a video of him.
Okay.
All right, y'all. What a fun night. I like
Yes.
that. Maybe
Thank
next, yeah,
y'all.
so keep up, guys. I will be making a video about our goals from last year, how we did not achieve them, but we did a lot of things this year that was not in the plan, but was absolutely amazing. Like this every Wednesday. I think we only canceled maybe 2 or 3 of them through the whole year. So that was not a goal, but it ended up happening and it was absolutely beautiful. It's been a great year. Yep.
Yes. Thanks to
Yes.
you guys.
Yeah, of course, of course. And we will see you all next Wednesday.
Have a
Peace
good
out.
week. Good night.
Yeah, have a great week.